While to some, Diddy's become hip-hop's #1 villain, but over the years, he's made so many enemies, and ultimately, many people were simply delighted to hear of the news of his downfall. One of these people is known to be a hip-hop villain for perhaps less dark reasons. That person is 50 Cent, one of hip-hop's biggest trolls. He took Diddy's downfall as prime time to dish out all of his impending hate against his longtime music industry nemesis. Even months before the allegations came to light, 50 would often take to Instagram to throw jabs at the diddler, such as posting the infamous Lil Baby picture from Michael Rubin's annual White Party, where 50 Cent vowed to never attend.
Something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
I know
you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also did just
in particular Netflix docuseries that you've been working on. Diddy do it?
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle. You weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen?
50 Cent's long-awaited docuseries He Do It is finally gearing up for release, but the road to this moment has been anything but smooth. The explosive series, which dives into the storm of controversy surrounding music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, has already sparked backlash and behind-the-scenes drama involving some of the industry's biggest names. As always, 50 Cent isn't one to back down. The rap icon has gone on record calling out the celebrities he says try to shut the project down before it ever reached the public. What started as professional rivalry between Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and Diddy has evolved into a full-blown cultural spectacle, packed with social media jabs, cryptic messages, and now a Netflix-bound expose promising to reveal the stories that have long lingered in the shadows, from alleged betrayals to whispers once confined to the industry's inner circle. 50 is determined to bring it all to light, and if his latest comments are any indication, this feud is only heating up.
The last thing I saw was like a guy there. He was like, yo, he like pushed me into the truck. It really hurt. And he sodomized me. Like he sodomized me. I was like, yo, look, I could find other things to do for money. Did you see the video? I could find other things to do for money. But I'm not sure I can say that for money.
How much is this guy trying to get?
I don't know. Like it's a simple suit situation, but it's like
20 mil. I can say it.
You still had to black his face out. You still had to mimic his voice because he's like,
but his voice wasn't even that different.
And a little deeper. I was like, almost like, no, that's you, young buck.
Yo,
I almost felt like it was. I almost knew who it was. You know what I mean? I was like, nah.
Yo, you can't say that dudes are having other dudes, bro. That might come for you.
You say sweet love, sweet love.
Yeah, you gotta say make sweet love.
That's young buck breaking right there.
Make sweet love.
There's rules to rap beef now, bro. Not in your day.
Well, I'm saying like, God, man, why is your homeboy so close to you when you come out of there? Look like you guys just made sweet love. I'm gonna say sweet love instead of anything that says.
To me, that's better because they're gonna try to make it something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was smart. Like I didn't think about that. I say things to the borderline, like, I'm like, oh my God, you're in trouble.
You?
Like, all the time. Because I just say.
Nah, but you got close when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not for. This is really hot. I'm just saying, baby. No, stop. Stop it, man. You set that up. Look, you set that up. This dude, he's in the same shirt.
What do you mean he's in the same shirt?
Well, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like you go, I'm like, nah, it was hard. Like, this is some of the things that people say, like, girls, guys may say to a girl, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think is happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on.
Wow, they found Kendrick and Whiteface.
You can't dress up Kendrick like that. Oh, you can't dress him up like that. That's like the White Chicks movie, bro. You can't do that.
Yeah, that was comedy. That was good.
Yeah, but that was away with Whiteface. That's obviously doing shopping. They got the same outfit.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's a nice shirt. That's a nice shirt. All right, so when he said the shopping line in real life, what did you say?
I said, let me get away from him. Cause it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we gotta hang out now. Like, like hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, maybe I'll take you shopping and I get you some flash and you can give me the hood. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the wedding. I always say to myself, like,
It was someone's wedding?
it was Chris Lighty's wedding. It was in Miami. Nori's there. Nori knows this. And I looked at him like, yo. You heard what he just said, right? He's like, yo, certain things they let it go by because it's Puff. Like they would look, like he would say stuff, and it's like he wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway. Now you see so much that you go away. No, this was visible.
He was in the hallway. We saw the video.
We saw that video. It comes out later. You're like, that's not the closet. That's the hallway. He didn't get like you can tell that he was already.
Nah, New Yorkers know because when Fab, he was like, "Yo, Fab, we ain't party." Fab was like, "Nah, we partying tonight."
He's like, no, like, but he did party.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, they let that one go. Like, I had to say something about it later because I was like, oh, it was.
What does it feel like all these years? You being the only one calling this out?
No, I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long
They
time.
say you're a hater. They say you're crazy.
You do this, yeah, and now everybody's complaining. My ass hurting. It's all it's coming.
50, you can't make jokes about it.
No.
The internet might come for you, bro.
All I'm saying
it might come for
you. You see it now. All of these complaints. People were damn. They were and pillaged. This was what was going on, right? And what do I get for I went through years of a hater. You're a hater. You want this and that. I'm just watching. Like I look at things and go, when you see the new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay, I go, oh shoot, like. Then I think about it, I go, that had to be there. So when I was saying that he was missing, he just wasn't actively being out there because they was dealing with that.
Wait, do you think there's truth to the Jay thing? There's no way.
Like that, look, like if you say,
the long-running feud between 50 Cent and Sean Diddy, Combs traces back nearly 2 decades, all the way to 2006. That year, People magazine reported that 50 dropped a blistering diss track titled The Bomb, taking direct shots at Diddy, and even alluding to the unsolved mystery of Biggie Smalls' 1997 murder. It wasn't just another rap beef. It was a spark that ignited one of hip-hop's most enduring rivalries, from veiled lyrics and cryptic posts to outright public call-outs. The animosity between the two only intensified. What began as a lyrical spat quickly evolved into a years-long clash spilling into interviews, social media, and now, the spotlight of streaming television. After almost 20 years of tension, rumors, and power plays, the 50 vs. Diddy saga has grown too big to ignore. So much so that it's now the focus of a Netflix docuseries. And if history is any guide, this story isn't done making headlines anytime soon.
Michael Babcock. Good morning to you, Michael.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. So tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling, and if anyone follows 50 on Twitter or Instagram, you know, he's no stranger to that. He definitely, you know, engages in trolling and makes a lot of jokes. So when he had, you know, repeatedly taken shot after shot after shot at Diddy and then said, hey, I'm working on a documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie and TV studio, and he's made a bunch of really successful projects under that banner. They were actually selling it around to different streaming organizations, including Netflix. Netflix ultimately had the most money, placed the winning bid, and at some point here in the future, we don't know exactly when, but this is actually going to be something that airs on Netflix.
So many people may not know, I mean, the two of them have had beef for decades. 50 Cent has kept his foot on Diddy's neck for decades.
Absolutely. You know, it's like they once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And yeah, 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really, you know, is not in a position right now to fire back at 50 Cent. So yeah, he's taken a lot of, and I don't know that anyone feels sorry for P. Diddy right now, to be honest.
No, I don't think so either. And it's certainly not going to end anytime soon.
In one corner, the disgraced hip-hop impresario under federal indictment for a laundry list of shocking crimes. In the other, his nemesis, ready to cash in on Sean Combs' misfortune.
Hey, Diddy, man, you think Michael Jackson...
Puffy's latest legal battle has reignited one of rap's biggest feuds.
Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers.
Between Diddy and 50.
Many men. Many men.
After months of teasing, he would be unleashing a Diddy Do It documentary. It's now official. The big headline, Netflix is producing a docuseries from Curtis 50 Cent Jackson about the federal charges of trafficking and the allegations against Diddy Combs. 50 tweeted the announcement. I've been telling y'all about this weird expletive. You didn't believe me, but I bet you believe me now.
I take you to the candy shop.
It's just the latest salvo in the war of words that's been waging between the two for more than a decade.
Go, Sean. It's your birthday.
The feud blew up shortly after 50 hit it big. He claimed Diddy had information about the killing of Notorious B.I.G. Claims Diddy, of course, denied. They even allegedly got into a physical fight at the 2012 BET Awards. We're saying here, right now, you're never going to beef with anyone else publicly? 50 made this promise about shooting from the lip when he joined me here in 2020.
You're a scrapper. I think this is it's like an alcoholic going into a bar. I don't know. Someone takes a shot on you in Insta, you might be responding.
I got a new way to respond. I'm like, brother, why is my inner peace interrupting your demons?
The 50's been trolling Diddy online ever since the civil lawsuit started flying last year.
I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
After that apology, following the CNN broadcast of that hotel on then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, 50 wrote, "This is not going to work."
50 producing a doc about Diddy at his lowest moment is like the ultimate trolling.
We spoke with music journalist and author Torre today.
50 Cent and whatever team he assembles could find some things that we haven't heard yet, may be able to compel some people to talk. Now, whether or not it's fair, just telling the Diddy story will be embarrassing to Diddy.
50 told us this about his Netflix doc. This is a story with significant human impact. It is a complex narrative spanning decades, not just the headlines or clips seen so far. Joined by CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister. Wags, Diddy's attorney says he can't wait to testify. For what? For what purpose? To blow people up or to exonerate himself?
Look, Diddy has maintained his innocence all along. For him to take the stand is a huge gamble. He can deny every allegation in the world, but prosecutors say that they have a treasure trove of evidence.
Where are arrows pointing for you?
This is a huge fight ahead for Diddy. You have more accusers who I hear are going to come forward. So this is an uphill battle for Diddy.
Who was always anti-Diddy and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent. And it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. The other end of that, every person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is the actor Orlando Brown. He was on Disney, and I remember everyone telling us that he was totally insane and deranged when he was saying a lot of things that at the time sounded crazy, particularly about Diddy. Take a listen.
The requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he's gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take the, but he won't shoot.
Diddy, to me, is the fall guy you're still seeing.
In Did He Do It? 50 Cent's crown as hip-hop's master of petty humor doesn't just come up in passing. It takes center stage. The series highlights how, for years, 50 has perfected the art of trolling, turning social media into his personal playground. Whether he's clowning Diddy's flashy outfits, poking fun at his over-the-top parties, or turning an innocent photo into a meme-worthy moment, 50's timing is flawless and his delivery ruthless. His posts have become legendary, equal parts comedy and provocation, earning him a reputation for being both the funniest and most feared voice in hip-hop commentary. Fans treat his online antics like a running show of their own, full of wit, shade, and viral moments. What began as a feud has morphed into pure entertainment, proving that when it comes to playful pettiness, nobody does it quite like 50 Cent.
And the other one was on the I Get Money remix. Yeah. But they said you wrote it and it's him confessing the crime. Did you see this?
No,
did you see
man,
the meme? Look at the meme. Look
Call
at
the DA.
Look at that.
I ain't tell him to say that.
And then this one.
Jay, help me with that. Jay, help me with that. Jay, help me with that. Jay did that part right there. When he said,
cut it out, man.
Shootouts, coast to beat. I wasn't around, but I was like East Coast, West Coast. That was, and then Keefe D comes out and says, you know, I'm not involved in this.
There's so many rappers who actually warned us about Diddy and what he was up to. 50 Cent is one of them. He's regularly trolled Diddy. He's regularly put up clips like this, Donald Trump.
Puffy, you stupid. I told you stop f***ing with R. Kelly. I said grab them in the don't kidnap the They raided your you see. I got a courtesy call when they raided my house.
And now it turns out that he was right. This is not a shock to anybody. He's continuing to troll Diddy. The photo of him and Drew Barrymore saying he doesn't have 1,000 bottles of baby oil. This is part of the freak-off parties that Diddy used to have, the contents of which I can't actually explain here because I don't want to get the channel banned, but they're awful. You can read the indictment yourself. Yeah, the trolling will continue. Why you have 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Do I even want to know?
Oh! Ew!
50, please be my friend. You're breaking my heart.
Puff was like, so when we gonna get the chance to kick it, like we can just hang out. Why don't we go shopping? I pay for it. And I was like, I got the away from him because I was like, this nigga.
You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy. Why are you in 50? Hey, yo, he loves me. Y'all can't see it? Y'all can't see that he loves me? You know he loves me.
Oh, Puff's a fruit pie. It goes off. You see these weird pictures for no reason. You don't see actually pictures will be like this. I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll let you don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. You're not gonna believe this, but I just got a call and Puffy's confirmed for Shreveport. That's what? Nah. That nigga can't come. Everybody be scared this rain. Coffee cups. Wake up, your butt sore.
Tell him the story.
Tell him the story. So we talking about rumors, right?
Yeah.
And we, you know, when you Google his name, there's a rumor that pops up that he was Diddy's boy toy.
Oh,
right.
Wait, so this is
so Charlamagne said
it's not true, but I told after he brought up this stuff with you, I said, you know what 50 gonna say when he meets you?
Oh no, I don't know that was going on.
You know,
I can't wait to run into him again.
What you gonna say to him?
Puffy was playing with your booty in Miami.
You know what 50 gonna say to you when he sees you? I heard Diddy touch the butt.
Yeah. Wait till I see him. Wait till I see him. I'm like, yo. Yeah. I love you, my brother. Love you, Diddy. Yeah, I love you. Yeah. Even if you're.
While the internet tend to frame the 50 Cent Diddy feud as a saga of memes, trolling, and viral jabs, music executive Gene Deal offers a much deeper narrative. According to Deal, the hostility between the two didn't stem from social media antics. It grew out of long-standing business and personal grievances. Deal claims the bad blood traces back to alleged shady dealing behind closed doors, where Diddy supposedly leveraged his influence in ways that left 50 feeling manipulated and disrespected. What the public saw as entertainment, Deal suggests, was really the fallout of years of quiet tension, power moves, betrayals, and unresolved disputes that eventually spilled into the open. In his view, the feud isn't just hip-hop drama. It's a story of two moguls locked in a high-stakes struggle for control, respect, and legacy, one that's far more complex than the jokes and headlines let on.
What was that like?
50 was the type of dude that kept like a little, he kept like a little pad with him. And he wrote everything down. You understand? Me and him caught the plane, we was going to Vegas. And I gave him my card. My business card was savoir faire, security management, and everywhere. You know what I mean? So 50 did a song about that. You know what I'm saying? And he put that in the song. And some years, about a year or so ago, not even a year or so ago, he said that when he dropped my name, he said, yo, I got the savoir faire. I got that from Big Gene. He been trying to tell y'all about this puff years ago. But 50 was the type of dude that if you knew he was with you, he was with you. Even back then, he had your back whether you was security or whatever you did. If he was with you, he was with you. And that's what you gotta love about him. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta question his loyalty, you know what I'm saying, on some fight or if you in a situation. Cause he going out.
Well, I guess you were hanging around him or knew him, right before he got shot.
Well, what happened is that I had got some information. 50 came to my house. I tried to fit him on a vest, but I'm like, at the time I was like a 3X. And 50 was like a large, you know what I'm saying? So he couldn't really fit the vest, but I gave him a cover to try to tell him, because he had some pads, some vest pads. So I just told him what the situation was that I knew. And told him he had to watch himself because those cats was gonna come at him. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah. And he was supposed to be going to Cancun. And I told him, if you come to Cancun, I got you, because I used to be down there doing security at Daddy-O's. You understand? And I had people down there that I knew that was from Puerto Rico, and they was working down there, so they should make sure when I hit the island, anything and everything I needed, I could get it right there on the island. You understand? They work directly with the syndicate. So 50 was supposed to come down there to do a show, and he didn't make it because they had shot him up. I don't know if he was coming in the first place, but he was supposed to, because he was paid half the money to come down there to perform How to Rob an Industry Cat.
And when was the next time you seen him after that?
The next time I seen 50 after that was at Jack the Rapper. He had blew up. Man. He was like, he was this dude and everything like that. And I was sitting we was in Puerto Rico, and I was sitting by myself, just chilling, and he had his whole entourage with him. He came directly over to me. He like, yo, Gene. I was like, yo, what up, Fit? I said, what up, 50? He said, what's up, man? He said, yo, put his hand out to me, and grabbed my, he said, yo, they can't stop what God got planned. Went on about his business. And then he blew up crazy.
Crazy, man. How do you feel about 50 going so hard at Diddy with the documentaries? And, what did he do to 50 that made him hate him so much, man? That's crazy.
Well, I think it's just, you got to look at it like this. 50 was writing a lot of that made a lot of money for Diddy. And he knew back then in the day, he didn't know what.
In a recent interview with ABC News, 50 Cent offered a revealing glimpse into his hotly anticipated documentary, a project set to unravel the scandals surrounding embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, who now finds himself entangled in mounting legal battles. The rapper turned mogul described the series as a passion project years in the making, one that meticulously traces the events and controversies that reshaped Diddy's legacy and rocked the music world. Flashing his trademark grin, 50 teased what viewers can expect. Exclusive interviews, rare footage, and bombshell revelations that promise to reignite conversations across the industry. But this isn't just another documentary. As 50 put it, it's a strategic expose, crafted to connect the dots and expose the version of the story the public was never supposed to see.
And saying, what is it? And is it something that excites me? Would I want to stop and watch it?
speaking of, in particular, Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle. You weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way he would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it. Just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know, so I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is those accusations.
Which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right? You've been heavy on social media talking about it.
And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity coaches, you don't hear saying anything, is because they participated to a degree.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky like all of the stuff that he's doing. I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go into the 90s, the Kiki D said they paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
So, like, with the craziest accusations.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily have a responsibility to behave a certain way according to them. And if I didn't have an award-winning director doing it, if I hadn't put the right people in place to produce it properly, I would.
As Diddy's legal woes continue to spiral and buzz grows around 50 Cent's explosive new docuseries, an unexpected twist has sent fresh shockwaves to the hip-hop world. The sudden appearance of Jay-Z's name in the unfolding saga. Recent court filings reportedly linked the rap mogul to one of the lawsuits surrounding Diddy, instantly sparking a firestorm of speculation across social media and industry circles. Jay-Z has firmly denied any connection to the allegations. But the mere mention of his name has been enough to dominate headlines and ignite a frenzy of debate among fans and insiders. In a recent ruling, the judge granted the alleged victim anonymity, adding yet another layer of secrecy to a case already steeped in intrigue and tension. With fame, fortune, and reputation all on the line, this high-profile legal drama has become more than just a scandal. It's a cultural moment unfolding in real time, with the world watching every twist and turn.